The reaction of the state to techniques. When, as a consequence of the circumstances we have studied, the state comes into contact with the techniques elaborated by individuals, when it encounters a private sphere of action which techniques have transformed into a sphere of public interest, it reacts by taking over this sphere as well as the techniques which brought about the mutation. Sometimes the state enters a field of action for very different reasons than the ones I have so far mentioned. The state will adopt techniques simply because it finds them already functioning. However evident this may be, it is necessary to emphasize it. To neglect it is to occasion many misunderstandings. The state will not act otherwise than as individuals have already acted. Insurance companies have developed insurance techniques. When these companies are nationalized, the state retains the old mechanism. After all, there are only a limited number of ways of using actuaries or establishing a police force. When an automobile manufacturing enterprise passes under state control, the tempo of the operations and the assembly line are not modified. This is particularly clear with regard to material techniques, because techniques seem to us the more constraining the more they are material. But, in fact, immaterial techniques display exactly the same characteristics. When the French Revolution tried to suppress the systems of education and of charities that the old regime had established through the efforts of private persons, the attempts miscarried lamentably. The effort to create a system of public assistance, hospitals and homes for the elderly, for abandoned children, and for the poor, and a system of state education was the major enterprise of the Convention and of the Constituent Assembly. But these systems were failures. Excessive systemization and theoretical precision sometimes represent the exact opposite of a good technique. In these instances, the state encountered an organization which was indeed imperfect, but which was, after the technical improvements of the 17th and 18th centuries, very nearly sufficient. Confronted by these institutions, the state, for theoretical reasons, set out to destroy and to recreate on paper systems of education and of public assistance which corresponded to the theoretical decisions and doctrines of the Convention, although they turned out to be neither efficient nor technically sound. In the realm of education, the state sought to break the power of the church and establish a wholly laicized system. What is that word?
Are you interested in becoming retarded tonight? Are you? No.
Laicize.
Laicize. Withdraw clerical character, control, or status. Someone secularize. Laicize, secularize. In the realm of education, the state sought to break the power of the church and establish a wholly secular system. In public assistance, the state set the concept of justice in opposition to that of charity and desired to give its support only to citizens. Interesting. I'll make a note of that. Page 244, Secularize Education. The new systems, unfortunately, were never able to function. With the Directory and the Consulate, a backward movement set in. The revolutionary innovations made with such difficulty were repudiated, and the techniques that had preceded them were restored. The university and the colleges were reorganized in nearly the same way as the schools of the 18th century. The pedagogical system created by the Jesuits was restored. Hospices and hospitals were reconstituted as they had been before the Revolution. And since it was difficult to secure new specialized personnel, the old personnel, monks and nuns, were restored to duty. The great difference was that now all the institutions were under the control of the state. But although they functioned as organizations belonging to the state, they were, in fact, identical with earlier private organizations. The arbitrary creations of the Revolution having failed, it was necessary to use
what the
already
hell are you
existing
doing?
technical creations.
Hey, what are you doing?
The same phenomenon appeared in the realm
Bro,
of finance under the Third Reich.
why'd you move me in here to read out loud?
Hitler's revolution claimed to have
Please move me
done
back to heretics.
away with all the classical methods
You're
of
a rude
finance.
motherfucker, you know that?
It wanted to be revolutionary in the management of nationalized enterprises, in the organization of commerce and monetary relations, and even in financial technique. Insofar as National Socialism was a party, it emphasized the struggle against capitalism. Fetter's program provided for a complete transformation of economic and financial life. Manipulation of money, prices, and wages would lead to the disappearance of capitalism, and to this end, completely new financial forms were recommended. But, little by little, financial necessity in its most traditional form reasserted itself. To accomplish reforms, money was needed. In 1938, Schott reaffirmed the old position that only the orthodox financial technique of capitalism was capable of furnishing the funds necessary to the Nazi state.
Bro, what are you doing?
Rejection of inflation.
You are a fucking faggot, you know that?
Short-term financing. You can't say that word.
Dude, why did you move me in here?
I have to mute you now. Rejection of inflation, short-term financing, refusal to use currency for financing. All these were traditional principles of financial technique. The financial machinery of the Third Reich was nearly identical with that of the Empire in 1914. All this is characteristic of the submission of state and revolutionary doctrine to enemy principles through the effects of techniques, which, when they are efficient, are necessarily common to both. In essence, the Nazis turned from technically untenable inventions back to an efficient financial technique, a technique identical with the one that dominated in the capitalistic countries and in the Soviet Union. At a given moment and in a given framework, there are only a limited number of techniques for attaining a given result. The technical phenomena is not modified when an organization passes under state control. According to Simon Weil, this explains why a system of industrial rationalization, which ought normally to develop into socialism, in fact can only exacerbate the worker's condition. Faraste agrees, perhaps involuntarily, when he writes, "If technical development has been intensive, then, whatever the nature of judicial conditions, profits, unearned incomes, and even political regime, there has been improvement in consumer purchasing power. This is the essential source of the social progress brought about by the last century and a half. This amounts to saying that technical progress breaks down all barriers, and technique imposes its structures and social progress. This forward motion of technique is a constant, whatever the variables of the question may be. The state cannot modify technical rules, and should it attempt to do so for doctrinal reasons, it suffers an inevitable setback. For this reason, the transition of the economy to state control can create only state capitalism, not socialism. Socialism implies the suppression of the state. We shall see further on what it implies with respect to technique. Insofar as the state continues to exist, nothing prevents it from calling itself socialist. But in reality, nothing has changed. It is only a sleight of hand trick to say that the same institution with the same rules, applied in the same way and having the same results, is socialist when it is at the service of the people, and capitalist when it is at the service of capitalistic institutions. What does it mean to be at the service of the people? Such an expression can only designate the service of a state which calls itself socialist, although it does not proceed democratically from the people. But what does it mean to be socialist under these conditions? It means to be at the service of the people. We are going around in a circle. One of the gravest symptoms of our times is that technique has little by little emptied socialism of any content. Beyond evident facts,
You realize that you have no
such
audience.
as the relation of
This year-
Stackhovianism and
I don't know
Taylorism,
who he's reading to, man.
or the identity of police methods in the Soviet Union and in fascist countries.
This guy's schizo.
A major example is the persistence of the capitalist so-called
I'm
surplus
gonna move down to
value,
the chat below.
in reality profit, in socialistic regimes. The financial system of the Soviets is based, to the extent of 80%, on the difference between wages paid to workers and the value of their product. This profit, which the socialist regime professes to have eliminated, has actually been extended. The only difference is that it goes into the coffers of the state instead of the corporation's cash box. In capitalist regimes, the corporation tends to become a public entity. Michael Yan, in his speech of October 17th, 1953, declared capitalist commerce has certain technical features that we ought to study. By reasons of competition and the difficulty of attracting customers, capitalist countries have developed exact methods of commercial organization. These ought to be applied in those areas of the Soviet Union where they are likely to prove efficient.
I'm so confused. You just started reading out of nowhere? Or were you in the room already?
Oh, somebody moved me in here or something?
I think so. That's funny.
Okay. I'm almost done.
It's not that. You're in bad cave right now.
I know.
Uh,
Capitalist commerce has certain technical features we ought to study by reasons of competition. I could go on and show that all technical rules and institutions are identically reproduced in the socialist state. This means that there are no longer any specifically socialist institutions. Nor are there any administrative or economic organizations which peculiarly the result of socialism. What the fuck? Nor are there any administrative or economic organizations which are peculiarly wow, I really can't say that shit. Peculiarly. There we go. Peculiarly. Nor are there any administrative or economic organizations which are peculiarly the result of socialism. The socialist state, because it is efficient, has been obliged to adopt the technical principles of capitalism. Hence, in order to distinguish the socialist situation from the others, socialism always falls back on the vaguest of all concepts, teleology. Capitalism, it is said, has regard only for itself. It seeks but to preserve itself. Socialism, on the other hand, is a constructive force on the march, but nothing warrants the belief that the means employed will result in socialism. Teleology can only create a stir for a short time as an instrument of propaganda, but it is far from certain that such propaganda can give character to socialism, which more and more is losing its specific reality as a result of technique. The state, by taking possession of all technical spheres and instrumentalities, becomes of necessity a capitalist state, subsisting itself for private capitalists. And when it has come to understand its real interest, it adds nothing and modifies nothing that, technically speaking, pre-existed. When the state realizes the use it can make of techniques, when it understands the usefulness of techniques in all spheres, it moves deliberately to appropriate them. In the past, and to a certain degree today, circumstances led the state to appropriate a given technique. The fortuitous development of some political trend, the encounter of technique with the state, these led the state, a bit haphazardly, to adopt a technique, but instances of premeditated action on the part of the state in this direction are beginning to be discernible. For example, the exploitation of propaganda and atomic research. We must expect this movement to gain greater and greater amplitude, for when the state has once undertaken some action, it generally goes on to the end. God damn. Oh. I'm anti-intellectualism.
Nice.
Have you ever heard of this position?
Yes.
It's bitchin'. Fuck philosophy. Art is gay. I wipe my ass with your literature.
Why would you want to embrace that?
Because it's the best position.
It's the best position if you think trailer park hooker pussy is the best thing in the world.
Good, yes or no, to guarantee your child goes to hell.
This quote unquote like evil media that seems to be the argument.
No. I never said it was evil media. I just said that they manipulate it basically to get clicks.
So would you say that's like a case-by-case basis, or just like every single news outlet? Or is it just everyone else apart from NCO?
No, like arguably every single media outlet is trying to get the clicks. Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So then you agree that NCO is also trying to get clicks?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
But again, there's two sides of it. There's either the argument that you can have something that's completely outrageous in order to get the clicks, or on the other hand, you have something that's arguing the complete opposite side of trying to say, quote unquote, blah blah blah, this is reasonable in order to get clicks that way. Although I would be arguing more so that the giant, breaking news, blah blah blah, Pope says this, would be like the more common of the two.
So this NCR article doesn't really give the entire transcript at all. It sort of presents it in like a sort of glorified light, what he said. Do you have the entire transcript? Like, do you have the entire
I was about
transcript?
to ask you that.
Okay, no, I don't have the entire transcript, but like I'm seeing from the general consensus of what people have said that he seems to have said that apostates are rather at home with the Saints.
Let's see here. What about Vatican News?
What about what?
A Vatican News. Would that work?
Vatican Notes.
News.
Yeah, I mean that's the Vatican's own news center, so that's pretty biased though, I'd say, because it's gonna paint a particular picture.
Well, then arguably we should go to the transcript, is what you're saying.
Hey,
right?
Four
Hey,
more.
Nick, who's that icon of you have?
Saint Genesius, bro.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What's his
Okay,
actual
then
name? What's
I
his
guess
actual name?
this conversation
his
can only
actual name?
continue with the transcript.
No, it doesn't have to continue the transcript. I'm saying, like, even the fact that the transcript is not there itself is a bit sus. But
Wait, Neku, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think the Holy
Well,
Orthodox
I mean, the whole
Calvinist
thing was
Church
recorded.
of East is valid?
The whole thing was recorded, sure.
Talking
but
about balls
how
and
long
stuff.
is?
Hey,
I mean,
Grug,
look
I
into it
love
again,
you.
but
I love you, Grug.
It's a full
But
hour.
there are other
They're
people
trying to
who
get
are
me
there
and Tyler's
recorded.
banned, dude.
Wait,
Dude,
guys.
I was working out on camera and they were getting mad at me.
I'll bet they were,
Wait,
dude, because they're jealous,
Formakov.
dude. These
Formakov,
guys
so
are
what
like
I was saying.
400 pounds, dude. They're not got no chest.
Grug,
What
he
I
was
was saying-
showing a boner on camera. Don't even.
I
That's
doubt it,
bearing
dude.
false witness, not
That's a
true.
false
Dude, that's
witness,
just
dude.
not true.
Yeah, it wasn't so nice one.
I don't remember seeing a boner, but
Yeah, dude. This
Yeah.
guy's getting jacked. He's reading scripture. You guys are fat eating potato chips. You're jealous. He's epic. That's
Well,
it.
I'm eating
dude.
potato chips too, but still.
Dude, Grug, what's your favorite beer?
I don't drink.
You don't drink beer?
But when I did, it was Shinerbach.
That's nasty.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, so Formakov, like, there were
Do
reporters
you like the
who were
dark
there who
shit
witnessed
or
it.
like the
Dude,
light
shut
shit?
up. Dude, 1 second. Formakov, there were reporters who were there the entire time who witnessed what he said and understood the essence of what he said.
Favorite kind of milk?
Like,
What's
so-
your favorite kind of milk?
I like that purple top. What's that video of the bad preacher?
What's your favorite kind of milk?
I drink Mexican beer now, dude.
Really?
Way better.
What? Which one?
Really? What kind? What's your favorite?
Modelo or Pacifica.
I've never even heard of that.
You don't get hangovers, bro. It's not like that fake juice shit they feed you in the American bar.
like the barley beer.
Yeah, like Budweiser's like literally fake or whatever.
Yeah.
Like all the brands, like it's not real beer.
Yeah.
Dude, Budweiser's not real beer, so all those retards drinking are just like drinking fake juice.
They think it's like Southern or whatever. It's like a fucking Belgian company, and
Wait,
it's
they're
like
drinking juice?
Budweiser's in St. Louis, dude.
yeah.
So
but-
Budweiser was like
The
in
Busch-
Atlanta.
The Bush from Anheuser-Busch was one of 19 children.
Dude, do you
Not
like
epic.
the horses? I like the horses. That's what
Yes.
really gets me into it.
I saw him a couple months ago, man.
But just watch how they brew it. It's like fake
Seen 'em
shit.
like dozens of times.
Dude, I
They got
went
'em out at
to
Grand Park.
12 Flags. Have you been to Bush 12
Flags?
Flags?
No.
Yeah. Six flags, 12 flags.
12 for all the tribes of Israel. So it sounds
Oh
like.
my gosh, dude.
Sounds pretty Jewy to me. Honestly, when you drink that shit, you get a hangover. When you drink
If I'm
Mexican
gonna
beer,
drink one beer though, like it's probably gonna be a Guinness Stout.
Guinness is good shit. Yeah, Guinness is good for you.
What's your favorite like craft whiskey to drink that's cheap?
Oh man. Well, when I was drinking whiskey, it was nothing but Jack Daniels, unless I didn't want to get it right, and then I drink Jameson.
Maker's Mark is okay, and like for like cheap whiskey or like Jameson.
Dude, everybody in my family's an alcoholic, except for like my dad.
Drunkenness is a sin. It's better not to.
You must
Yeah.
be Scottish or Irish.
And is that why you're drinking?
No, the alcoholic side's German.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom's German.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's probably hot.
Excuse me, sir.
I mean, I'm just spitting facts, dude. Tyler's is a young, attractive young man. So
Be careful when they're German. They might be German Jews, and they change.
Oh,
their
true.
They actually are. That's what my family is.
Oh, yeah, Tyler's a Jew. Goo goo, run away, dude.
You have to be careful with those names.
Dude, we can't be friends with him, dude. We gotta run away.
Oh, he's cool. He does the Roman salute. and
Wait,
stuff.
P-Mars, what happened to your account, dude?
Dude, they got so mad at me for that. They said the Roman salute's a sin in the Bible. Like, they're just inventing stuff in the Bible. Like, oh, racism's a sin. Do you remember in Exodus 14:88 it said, like, no N-word? But I remember.
I became an anti-intellectual.
Me too. Intellectuals are gay, dude.
I became, like, pro-disabled.
I'll punch intellectuals in the face, and then they shut up.
I just want to scream the N-word all day.
They're like, and then I deck them in the face.
Dude, like, I don't know, these, like, the racism cult's really, like, aggressive nowadays.
I don't even know what racism means anymore, dude. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, it's like a communist term now. It's like anybody who's not...
You're evil.
If you
like,
don't, if you're
anybody who
white,
doesn't, like, hate black people is a racist.
well, only white people can
That's
be
what
racist, and it's like if you don't want to go extinct, that means you're racist or something.
Yeah. Dude,
I guess
I got
it-
called a racist because I was like, I married a black woman. People were like, what?
Did you really?
Yeah, I was going to. They
Ugh.
called me a racist, so I didn't.
Tyler, you're like
married a black
15. What are you talking about?
Good luck with that. Have fun.
Yeah,
One of
don't
them
marry
Alabama shotgun weddings right there.
black women are disgusting, dude. I've just realized this.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay, like, well, like for me, like you
For
know.
me. Yeah, we know that was your opinion, dude.
Well, like, I don't think they're disgusting for everybody, but like they're such bitches, dude. They fucking piss me
Who?
off.
Wait, who are you talking about? One?
Black bitches, dude. They piss me the fuck off, dude.
Okay, I've seen some that are kind of cute, but
Yeah, they're cute. Some of them are cute. I like how they look. Some of them, most of them look like shit, but some of
just
them
around
look
the hood ones, though.
Some of them
The
look
only
cute. And
time-
they're just such assholes, dude. They just want fucking ghetto fucking nignogs, dude. Whatever,
Oh
dude.
my
Fuck this
gosh,
shit.
You can't say that.
Can't say that in here, bro.
The only time
Nah,
black
some
chicks
of them
look
are
good
pretty ghetto. That's kind of
is when
sad.
the only time black chicks look good is when they are really, really race mixed, have really, really light skin, and they do a bunch to make themselves look white. Like,
Dude, a lot of black chicks, they look real good when they have like wigs on and everything, but after
yeah,
that, it's like,
The only time girls look good is like never.
well, sometimes they like get their nose all cut up and they put on a bunch of makeup and they get CGI and they go on Hollywood.
Yeah,
When
isn't
they
that
do
weird,
full
dude? Isn't that
reconstruction
weird, though?
of
Like, they get their names changed to, like, American names. They were, like,
Hi,
Jewish.
P-Mars.
Wow, JD. You're such a fucking
Hi, P-Mars.
spank. I swear, dude.
Oh,
Every
my
Why?
gosh, dude.
Because
I'm
listen, dude, you're supposed to be my wife, and you're saying hi in a seductive
Oh.
way to every dude on this Discord.
How is that
That's a good
seductive?
point. Yeah.
Hi, P-Mars.
Yeah, I thought you were marrying 1D.
Hey, P-Mars.
Well, I doubt one D wants to get anymore, dude. Like, Like, why would 1D want
Dude,
to
yo,
be
would you guys want your wife talking to guys like this? Hey, what's up, P-Mars?
I'm just trying to be nice.
1D,
I
drive
haven't
to her
seen
house right
P-Mars in a
now
billion
and
years.
tell her what's what.
Punch
You
her
need
in
to go
the
over there and get
face.
in
I'm
line.
getting divorced because she's cheating.
I know JD's address.
It
I
happened
know
just like
JD's
that.
address.
Oh my god.
Oh, do
Don't
you?
tell anybody.
Yeah, I
Don't
do.
tell anybody.
Go ahead and say it.
Your mom's
I dare
basement.
Oh.
Wow.
Because you live with your parents, you loser. Go get a
Yeah,
fucking
how
job.
come JD, dude, in 1VC, JD was like, dude, 1D lives with his parents, bro, and then she's like literally older than me living with her parents. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Not for long, unfortunately.
Not for
Sad
long. Where are you gonna
face.
move? Where are you gonna move? Oh, you're gonna live with your
Well, the
brother
same
in the same
place.
house your parents are renting. Big change. Thank you.
1D, you
Well,
gotta
they're
get her
not renting
OnlyFans
anymore,
and then
that's
you
the
can move
point.
out.
She's got to get her OnlyFans up so she can move out.
No, I want 1D to start his own.
I might make an OnlyFans, dude. I could
Dude,
fuck with these
No,
we
I'm
should start-
joking, 1D. God damn it, no.
We should start one where we like read scripture.
Yo,
I
you
would do
guys
that.
can make one together. Yo, you guys can make one together.
And then you get banned for reading
Y'all
scripture.
Yeah, the satanic website. Like when I turn like 80 and I'm like,
bust a fat nut
I
on
don't
the
have any
Bible.
kids or anything, and I'm a loser.
That's fucked up.
Wait, is that sin to bust a nut on the Bible?
Yes, dude.
Nah.
Oh my god. 1D, bro.
No, for real?
That's not funny. That's too far, bro. Come on.
I know it's completely like vile. That's why I
That's
said
fucked up,
it.
dude.
Hey, I got a
That's
question
I know
for you
that.
guys.
I know that speech was from the pit of.
You're gonna need to
It's just
repent.
like-
Wendy, are you stupid or
It's
what?
the same
Dude, I
vibe
know
as-
that speech was from the pit to get people's reaction, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, so I was
What's your
thinking
question,
about
Tyler?
Is it
I
a
was thinking
sin to
about
kill
stopping
people?
wearing deodorant.
That is sinful. You're offending. You're offending other
cologne
people's
for a
nose.
while
You're
and see if
offending
my,
your
like,
neighbor.
See if my like natural odors like
Odor.
overpower people around me.
It makes
can be
chicks like you, dude. I did that for a while. Like,
Dude,
chicks
I
I'm
was
not gonna
talking
lie,
to I was
that-
talking to this
I think it
Satanist, and
does.
this Satanist told me like his name was like he was like a Luciferian Satanist or something, and he was like, you know, LaVey said if you like let your body odors overpower, like you'll get pheromones that attract like succubus and stuff. Crazy.
oh, that's why all my ex girlfriends were all crazy.
They were all succubus. Goodbye.
I was just lazy and I didn't wear deodorant, but like girls like were like, oh my god,
Dude.
you smell so good.
Were they
I can't
lolies
not
that
wear
were
deodorant because my
extra
pores
years
like sweat all the time. I don't
Yeah.
like having sweaty pores. Like I don't.
See, you could recognize scriptural truths in those things, but you wouldn't accredit it to that. You would accredit it to scripture. Sure. Yeah. You're just recognizing that they stumbled upon some knowledge. Right?
Gays go to hell.
Accidentally.
You didn't make the claim that Catholics think that babies.
2 pounds and you're gonna be mad.
JD, wait.
I
a
bet.
minute.
Yeah, I bet
Look,
JD's
look,
that type of fat. If she
You,
was just like
JD,
50
you,
pounds,
c-
she'd be
if
fat.
you
She's
lose
like
30,
fat.
if you lose 30,
Yeah,
you'll be
yeah.
okay. If you lose 30, you'll
30?
be okay. 30 pounds.
How much
Then
do you
you'll
weigh,
be,
JD?
like,
What's your
in
height?
the range of reasonable.
I kind of like being thick.
You're just
JD,
fat.
JD. I'm
That's
gonna
not
send you
true.
pictures of me on Instagram, like cute ones.
Like,
Okay, do it.
guys,
No problem.
guys can have a bigger
Alright, no
fluctuation
ball- wait, you
in
said
their
no
weight,
balls?
but fat women are disgusting.
Wait, JD, you said no
I
balls?
agree. Yeah, no balls.
No balls? I'm going in the shower tonight.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know about those shower pics, though.
Do I
like,
know
not
about
my
the
Is it gonna be like
not my
wait,
cock,
1D,
my
1D.
face,
What
of
is the
course.
diameter of your wrist?
Hey, hi Tim Remington. Haha. Get it?
Bitch whore.
Yeah, why are you saying hi to every dude?
Hello, bitch. Hello.
I gotta go.
Alright, I don't want any more bullshit from anyone anytime during the day.
Okay, I got a question. Hey, Bonaparte, you there?
Yeah.
I need some esoteric opinion.
What?
What's your favorite kind of milk?
Whole milk.
I drink 2%.
Okay.
2%
I'm
cuck.
blocking you again. There's only two acceptable answers: whole milk and like raw milk.
Dude, I'd love to have raw milk. Can't buy it though.
Well, it's really hard to get. You can buy it, but it's super hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of depressed now. Dude, I'm wasting like the 3 days that I could be doing anything. I'm wasting it.
On?
I don't know. Southern Baptist, Reformed rapist.
Have money, we would consume more.
What? You got Down syndrome?
Like
Why are you
we
talking
would
to me,
buy,
bro?
we would buy lands and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who the
Houses
fuck is this low
everywhere.
class dude? I'm not talking to this guy. I'm done. Yo, you're gone, bro. Yo, how you doing?
Anyways, let's get back to it. That was funny. Let's get back to it.
What's wrong with that guy?
I don't fucking know. Fuck that guy.
God,
Whatever.
he needs help,
Get
man.
past.
All right. Thank you, whoever muted him. I can't.
Yeah,
deal with
you're
low-class
good.
Fucking trolls like this. Yeah. Obviously, like people having less money isn't fucking helpful. Okay, it's not. Okay, you have more crime then. I mean, what the fuck? Like, but again, we don't even have to think about that. Let's think about the economic system. Okay, the way it's built. In every fucking system, every single system is built on fucking labor. That's number one. It's built on labor. Everything else is secondary, right? First you have the laborers, then you have everything else. You have the fucking. I mean, honestly, like, how would the world look if we didn't have trucks? We didn't have didn't have truckers. We didn't have fucking plumbers. If these things if people just stopped picking up the trash, you know, like the garbage men. If we stopped having these things, we literally would fucking die. Like, we are dependent on these things, right? But it's just like, but no, like the shit we think about is dumb shit. We're thinking about dumb fucking shit that has nothing to do with fixing anything or getting us out of the satanic fucking dependency that we have on this planet. The fact that we are dependent on a system that doesn't give a flying fuck about anybody. Doesn't give, right? Doesn't give a fuck. Let's talk about the thing called communism.
I mean, the only thing unique is the scale, in my opinion, and the technology behind it. But there have definitely been systems that have been corrupt to the core and fucked up, and like only serve the interest of like a few people, and the whole system is fucking sold into it.
The thing is,
you know.
Listen, Spat. The thing is, every single system we have right now, every fucking one of them, in theory, they're all great, bro. Amazing.
Not true.
In theory.
Well,
Hold on, shut up for a second. Shut up for a second, okay? You have the capitalists, like, oh my god, dude, free market, it's great. Land of opportunity, blah blah blah, this and that, right? Yeah. That's what they have. That's what they believe. It's great. Everybody, as long as you work, as long as you do your thing, it's gonna work. You'll be able to make a shit ton of money, and then afterwards you can be charitable. You can help people out, do this, that. Great, whatever. I love that. I believed that for a very long time. But come on, that's unrealistic. Look at the world, right? Socialism. Socialism is great. Everybody, oh my god, the old fucking women, old ladies, the grandmas are going to be taken care of, this and that, and free education, free schooling, this. Nah, guess what happened? These things got corrupted. Free education. Oh, dude, they're teaching LGBT every fucking place every day, bro. Teaching fucking men and women that not even men and women when they're fucking like 7, that what gay sex is, right? Now, I mean, the reason like why this is allowed and for some reason people accept it is because there's a human being who has a title and wears certain clothing, you know, like school clothes or whatever, like the teacher, right? And there's a building, there's like 4 walls, right? And so when the teacher
I thought you were going there too. I thought you were about to say Barack Obama.
Barack, no, I mean bureaucrats.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
Obama, asshole.
the socialism bullshit doesn't work either, and then communism, come on, it's a fucking joke. Like millions, fucking hundreds of millions, probably not hundreds, but you know, like what's the number? 60 million or 80 million? I forget what the fucking number is. All those people are fucking dead. Now I don't know if those numbers are made up. Right? I actually think they're made up. I don't think like if you just think about it, if you live in like a small town or some shit, you might have like what 2,000 people, right? In a small town, right? You're gonna tell me like you had like your small town times like 100,000 dead? Fuck off. That's just unrealistic as shit. You know what I mean? Not even times what is it? Yeah, times like fucking 10,000, right? Fuck that. That number just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right? I don't think any of that's legit. I think it's bullshit, right? And so these are the systems, these are how they actually function. Now let's talk about if somebody's sick, right? Just one example. You have a person who's sick under communism, socialism, and capitalism, right? Under capitalism, they want people to be sick. This is how it works, right? Because guess what? You're going to be fucking paying a bunch of money to get cured, right? So they want to keep you as sick as possible for as long as possible. That's capitalism. Socialism, they want you to either be cured as fast as possible or that you die as quick as possible. They don't want you to fucking stay alive. Under communism, they don't give a shit. Human life doesn't matter under communism, right? So now we're just talking about the systems, right? The systems themselves are fucking inhumane. That's the problem, right? They don't ever talk about human nature. They never bring up human nature. They never talk about that. They talk about economic systems, this, that, but they never talk about human nature, right? So none of these human systems actually fucking work. They don't, right? It's all bullshit in the end. Now, me personally, I would take lower taxes over higher taxes because the fact that I know that they're gonna fucking burn my money and not use it for anything good, and they're gonna take that fucking money and you know the politicians are probably gonna buy crack with it, cocaine,
Hold
and
on,
fucking go to Epstein Island with that fucking taxpayer money.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Would you pay higher taxes if that meant that there was a higher likelihood that the government would help you meet your basic needs?
No, no.
You wouldn't.
No.
Okay, so I'm just wondering if you're objecting to the policy itself or simply
No, I'm
how
saying, I'm saying,
how
I'm
hold
saying
on, hold on, hold on,
they
hold on,
literally
hold
can
on.
lower the taxes
Johnny,
to
Johnny.
10% and do a more effective job.
Yeah,
They're just
what
not
I'm
doing it.
asking here, hold on, Johnny. Whether you object to the principle of the policy itself or simply its administration and how poorly you think it's being done.
It's administration. Obviously, I mean, listen. If you make $100,000, right, and let's say you're supposed to pay 10% in taxes, right? If the tax money just goes from let's say there's a middleman. Let's say I'm the middleman, okay, and I just got your 10K, right, and I'm supposed to divide this up to other people, right, in some way, however the fuck I do it. Let's say you're 10%. You're taxed 10%, and then it's my job to give that 10K to poor people. Okay, every single poor person is supposed to get $1,000, right? So here's what's gonna happen. First, I'm gonna take my money, right? I'm gonna take my paycheck, right? Let's say it's $500 from that goes to me, whatever, right? Like spread out. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but let's say $500 goes to me because I work, right? And then it's gonna go to other people, and those guys are gonna get fucking maybe $300, right? Maybe five different people getting $300, and then it goes to the fucking homeless people. And by then, you're gonna get what? Like you're gonna be able to pay like one or two homeless people $1,000 each, even though you just paid $10,000. It's the way the system's laid out. If the money just went from you paying your taxes instantly to the homeless people's banks, it would, of course, it would work. 100% it would work, right? $10,000 you're taxed, and 10 fucking people get $1,000 each. No problem. But the world doesn't work like that. They get pennies on the fucking dollar, bro.
How do you know that? How do you know that? You could be a brain in a bag.
Dude, he's doing a face of Yah. Dude, who the fuck was that guy?
Do you think that more people are starting to think this?
are starting to think this. I mean, maybe
To
I don't
agree with you in some way about this whole administration thing.
yeah, but I never really cared because like the times where I need people to agree with me, they don't agree with me, and then when they do, I already think they're fucking retarded because so you see, it's one of it's like some of the conspiracy, like, quote unquote conspiracy theories that like I was talking about 3 years ago that are now like real. I was telling my friends about them, like you're fucking crazy, you're fucking retarded, dude, this and that, and now it's wow, oh my god, Johnny, you were right. I was told I was right by like people that I fucking know, right? I'm like, I didn't even reply, dude, not a single time, because I was thinking, I'm like, dude, you guys are too late, too late. The next thing you're fucking, it's just gonna happen again. You're fucking retarded again, right? And so it doesn't matter what people think, though. Like, if you know something's true or you feel like something's true, then fucking just do it. As long as you're not harming anybody. Just fucking do it. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Do it. Say it.
there's an ism. There's an ism that I think is more pressing than communism and socialism, and that's collectivism.
Anti-intellectualism.
Hold on, P. Mars. So we'll let you take care of that, and as soon as I'm done with my argument.
That's the way.
So what happens is we create a system, and I call it people farming, where you take crops, you line them up, you plant them, etc. Like I see fields driving around, and then I see them getting converted from food farms to people farms. And they got the houses all lined up in rows, and they plant people in there, and they harvest the money from them and stuff. And they have pipes getting water from main rivers or whatever. And so this river becomes a collective resource that everybody depends on, and everybody depends on this pipe. And the point is eventually we get to a point where we're all depending on the river. And when the river runs dry, we're all screwed. So your individual right to like use as much water as you want to, when the population grows to the point where we're reaching the limits of our resources, it's collective time, baby. And one of the little axioms I say is to live like a wolf or a bear with that sort of solitude and freedom, you have to live in the land of the wolf and the bear. But if you find yourself waking up in the morning side of a beehive and that your home is in a beehive, you're going to have to live a life more like a bee. And that means sacrificing your time, sacrificing your life, sacrificing your privacy. And that's what we're working towards.
Were you raised by wolves?
I mean, I don't think people necessarily address it as collectivism, but the whole not wanting to have kids thing and thinking that shit's going south that Johnny talked about, I mean, that's a direct like link to like a subliminal message that the population is going to get smaller just naturally. Not that people are going to be like killed in mass or anything, but people just aren't having kids because it's not the best environment to grow in anymore.
Oh, bro, people are going to be killed in mass too. Like it's not just that's not all I'm talking about. I'm saying like all.
Well, yeah, I realize that
Because
that's not all you're talking. I'm just addressing
yeah.
that
No.
one.
I understand. I got you. I had to say that because in case they weren't here for all that,
Sure.
But
I get
but here's the thing, right? So my point is, in the end, right? These systems. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man?
So these systems that are in place, these systems that people fucking, again, people think that these systems are like literally like, that God created these laws and the way society functions and all that shit, right? When they start believing in the government way too much, and I'm not saying believing as in like, would die for it or whatever, but they start accepting like a shit ton of stuff, inhumane shit that the government's going to do. Eventually, it's going to be very easy to just say, hey, you know what? That person right there is not worth as much as me. And people are doing this on both sides now, dude. You have the vaxxers, the anti-vaxxers. You have people believing the world is a fucking simulation. You have all types of people, bro. And eventually,
it's
when
called
shit like that happens,
it's
sorry,
called
bud.
it's called dehumanization, right? And once
Yes.
you dehumanize people, right, you can do anything to them, and you don't feel bad about it.
Yes, it's dehumanization, and it's through divide and conquer. You know, like, oh, you're a vaxxer, you're not a vaxxer, you're black, you're white, you're a fucking cop, you're
I
not a
mean,
cop, whatever.
I mean, obviously that's happened in the past at different scales too, and that's kind of
And
my whole big point is that it's about the scale that it's on.
it's called Return to Monkey, because monkeys rip your faces off and they don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, but
And that's kind of
in
why I
order to
say
return to
there's
monkey,
a
bro,
chance.
you need to
I
have
feel
fucking
like
money.
there's at least a chance that we could thread the bad problems long enough for technology to start advancing at its own pace fast enough that we can incorporate these at way lower prices and shit like that.
But
I mean,
you know, in
fuck
my
it.
opinion,
Even if you like spent, you could if you really wanted to, you could spend a fuck ton of money to go out and capture an asteroid and fucking bring it back and throw like $100 trillion into the economy, and then yeah, the money tanks, but then we have all that resources, right? Like there are comets that literally have more gold in them than we have on planet Earth. Like if people really wanted to, we could do shit to solve our resource problems, even for our most rare resources.
Yeah, but for example, like, what the hell is gold gonna do for us when the government basically owns, like,
That's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of problems you
all
have
the
to thread, like to let the technology advance on its own. Like I mean, how many thousands of years have people been able to kind of just muddle through dictatorships and shit and end up somehow getting to this spot that we're in now?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the black people literally had to deal with their people, their own black people, selling them to white people to be enslaved in America. I mean, black people sold black people to white people for money. Like that's no. Like
Also, their skin was black. Could
not that
you
that's the
imagine?
only way it happened. Not that that's the only way that it happened, but like just the whole point on like fucking divides that are much bigger than just like. I don't know, slight ideology, like what vaccines. You know, I feel like that's not nearly as bad as like slavery. You know,
Good
like
night, ladies. Good night.
there's
No,
definitely a
no.
solution.
I'll,
There's
I'll,
definitely a solution in the future where we'll all be able to exist. I don't think vaccines will be the cause of the end of the world. You know.
Are you vaccine
no.
injured?
I don't know. I don't know about that. It could be, could not be. We don't fucking know. I'm not, I'm not saying anything. But I'll tell you, I like how you made the comparison, slavery and, what's the other one? Shit, what's the other one? It was a good comparison. What, the vaccine is slavery? Like, I actually think the vaccine is worse than slavery, because slavery at least made sense. It's like, yeah, we need workers, right? Therefore, I'm gonna just be a piece of shit, a satanic asshole. I'm gonna fucking kill people, and take their family, and do this and that. And it made sense. The vaccine, nope, inject the baby. There you go. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't do good for anybody, nobody. Not even for 1% of the population.
Jesus.
So are you talking vaccines entirely now, or are you just
All of them. All of them.
Okay.
All
Jesus.
of the vaccines.
Jesus
Just to
is.
clarify. Just to clarify.
Jesus is
Vaccines
sort
are
of
bad
like
because they have mercury, bro.
Jesus is like a vaccine against slavery, because he frees us from the bondage of sin.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Came at the right time, I guess. Bullshit.
Oh, Trini, I'll take you down, boy.
Anytime, bub. Come at me, bro.
Yo, how you doing, Trini?
What's up? What's up, everybody? Took a nice long nap. I'm fresh.
Nice.
Don't start talking shit now, P Mars. Now that I'm here. Don't stop now.
Okay,
But anyways,
I'm
I
not.
just
I'm
playing.
not surprised you're taking a nap.
Yeah, why? Because after working all day.
yeah, I'll be right back. I'm getting a call from a friend.
Ooh, you have friends. Ooh.
I'm always suspicious when someone does something for a friend. Like, I'm just asking for a friend.
Like, that's the best line of all times, asking for a friend.
Yo, so what happened with the LSF thing? LSF talked to me. I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, did people complain about him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, well, he does get drunk, right? So you just don't push the buttons. Push his buttons, and he'll go berserk.
Yeah, no, for real.
I just try to make him laugh, but I fail sometimes. It doesn't
Anyway,
work.
I heard there's a way to get fake vaccinated. I don't know about like if you guys know about this, but I don't know, I'm gonna shut my mouth because I think what I'm saying is illegal. Someone's probably gonna kill me for saying this. So
As
Oh, I
they
wish they
should.
would try to kill me.
As they should.
I guarantee Trinity's laughing now when he muted himself. I don't believe he just said that.
I was laughing.
I knew it.
I don't know why someone would want to get fake vaccinated. Fake in air quotes. What does that mean?
Yeah,
That
'cause
way you
I
can
don't
go to
I don't want to.
Israel without getting vaccinated.
Yeah, I don't want to inject like the fake, like the not the fake, the real satanic juices. The fake vaccine.
I see.
The recombinant mRNA.
You want to get injected with saline, then?
Saline is fake salt.
Rather get injected with heroin, yeah.
Fake salt.
That's not real salt. If you want to be injected by some real salt, use seawater. Inject yourself with seawater. That's God made it.
Yes.
What you should do.
God made water. That's better.
Jordan Peterson in the house.
Hey, did you hear that? I saw a thing on YouTube that he's no longer an atheist.
Right. But he's still a clown, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Is it because he just wants the narrative? Like, is that just
I don't
good
know.
to
I think
leave?
he quit his tenure at the University of Toronto, so he's probably going to be feeling some financial pressures. So that's a perfect thing to do.
Oh,
Matt
okay.
Delahunty has said that many times that he could become filthy rich if he just turned around and pretended to be religious again. He said he'd non-stop interviews and talks and nonstop, whatever book deal he can. He'll become filthy rich.
But Jesus does provide for all your needs according to his riches and glory.
The
In
book
Christ.
the book I'm reading
That's right.
said that the state used education to undermine the power of the church and to secularize the people.
Okay.
So
you can read more than one book instead of just one.
It's the most important book
Okay.
of the 20th century.
Okay. I thought that was the Bible.
That's the most important book of the first century.
Oh, okay. But after that, it kind of fell off.
Well, it was written in the first century or whatever, the 0th century. I don't know what the fuck you say it.
Okay. Too bad. Too bad the church was so easy to undermine. Just too easy. They had a good run though. They had a good run.
Yeah, but the church never defeated Christianity.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I do.
isn't God sometimes even defeated by iron chariots?
We don't talk about that. We don't
Yeah,
talk
but
about that.
you know,
right, okay.
the ancient Romans, right? Before they go into battle, they would drink Viagra and they would have this raging boner.
The church tried to destroy Christ, but they were never successful.
Yeah, but you know, there's evidence, right? I've got multiple eyewitness testimonies that Jesus Christ on the cross had a raging boner.
Shouldn't
Right?
you call them?
It's true.
Shouldn't you call them testimonies?
Well, no, he had a raging boner on the cross. He liked it.
Did you not get my joke? Testimonies, because testicles.
That's where that came from, though, that term.
Well, but his testicles were dropping down to the floor because they were too.
Dylan, I don't expect you to do anything else. That was
Dude, my
good,
friend said
but
he would sell me like steroids.
no, dude, don't be screwing around with that. Let me tell you about the steroid thing. If you're gonna do steroids, make it worth your while by getting as big as you can naturally.
Right.
Because
Get a-
if
dude.
you start off, I knew a guy that did steroids before he started working out. Dude, he was trying to be a baseball player.
Yeah.
This guy ruined his body, dude. I tell you what.
What happened?
Well, first
His
of all, he was
balls
a big.
exploded.
Yeah, he was a big
Oh.
dude already, and he did a bunch. He started doing steroids like D-ball and stuff, like really.
Do you know Joe?
No.
No, stop
Draugr?
it. Stop. Your mom.
I'm not
Your
trolling.
your
Draugr.
body will never produce its own
No,
testosterone.
so Draugr is like 250 pounds and he's 5'11", and he does steroids. He's huge. He's a big dude. But his balls
He's
like
fat.
shrank, and he has like a 3-inch penis now.
Yikes, dude.
Is he a
I don't
Korean?
think it works like that.
I'm not.
His
Well,
body
it was
will-
always
It
tiny,
can't
but yeah.
shrink your stuff.
His body will never produce its own testosterone ever
But
again.
he's my good friend until he threatened to kill me when
Yo,
we went
Mo,
shooting.
dude, you're hot micing, dude. Good.
Hey,
You've
Mike
never been
is
threatened to
JD.
be shot before, dude?
Yeah,
Yeah,
testosterone like reboots are like another subject. I never screwed around with that stuff, but I was really into the gym. I had a bunch of friends that were, dude, and I was like looking into it. I was really considering it. Like
Wait, how do you
testosterone
feel about
reboots are
this?
what?
post gym pics.
I'm posting my gym pics right now.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
testosterone reboots are a scary thing, dude. Like you really like if you're using the amount of testosterone necessary to like
Dude,
justify
I'm so
using
skinny. I don't even look
testosterone,
like I have arms.
your balls are gonna shut down. Like
Bro, I'm
very,
so
very
skinny.
quickly.
I'm like so skinny. I have no fat. You
But
can
what if
see
you're
my
a woman?
ribs.
Then
That's
what?
good, dude.
Tyler,
That's
it's
good.
okay, dude. Same here, dude. That means we can build muscle faster, dude.
Once you guys
work
hit
out.
like your late
I do.
20s, you're gonna just be
I
like,
don't even
how
have
can
small
I possibly
arms.
get back to that? Here's something else you guys got to watch out for. If you guys are pushing calories, your internal organs are gonna get bigger. Like your
Yeah, that's the
intestines are
point.
gonna get bigger.
Explode them.
Your
You
arms
don't
are
want
so
that.
skinny.
No.
They
You don't
look
want
like
that.
little
You want
cigarettes.
your internal organs to be as thin, as clean, as healthy as possible, with as much lean
Okay,
muscle
how many
mass and as
calories
low
would you
body
recommend
fat.
a day?
2,200, dude.
Did I eat
Doesn't
like
it just depend on
2,000
your
something
body?
today? Maybe.
You want low calorie,
I'll tell
steady
you what I ate
gains,
today.
dude.
I had like a huge thing of chicken nuggets, like 10
Yes.
wings.
The
Yes,
nuggies.
I had like a bunch
it
of
depen-
eggs,
it
and I had
depends.
like a bunch of bread, a bunch of noodles, and like 4 glasses of milk and a beer.
You guys want to do the exact opposite of what you want to do. You
Do you guys like my
guys,
name?
You guys want to dirty bulk and lift heavy and do no cardio, dude. That's not what you want.
I've never done cardio.
Hey, you guys are gonna be a bunch of fucking fat fucks.
You guys want to do cardio. You guys want to jump.
Cardio's gay.
You're all
You guys-
gay and fat. Shut up.
Cardio's for Homo sapiens.
Like I want to be fat. Like I'm not kidding. I just want to be fat.
Cardio's
Oh,
for
you
some
were just
Homo
kidding?
sapiens.
Oh, were you just
dude.
kidding?
What are you, a fucking Homo sapien?
Being fat and like
You a
big
fucking
strong
homo,
arms
dude.
is
A
the
Homo
best.
sapien, dude.
Like women love a big fat gut and big fat arms.
That's not true.
Women also love it when you punch them in the
Alright,
face. So I wouldn't take anything they like.
Somebody right now, guys. I need everybody to shut up. I'm about to
You
debate
know,
this guy.
women
So
are
me
into-
and
women are
Swave are
into-
about to debate. This guy's an
Women
atheist.
want to be.
I don't care.
Women just love a charismatic man. Doesn't matter
no one
if
cares.
I
No one cares.
So atheist Swave. So you believe the scientific impossibility that nothing can create everything.
Balls. Your mom created me, and then I created you.
You want the V in your hip bones,
I
dude.
created
That's
you
what
with
you
your
want.
mom, dude.
Keep that at all
If
costs.
if nothing
your
can
mom is
come from
gay.
something, then I can come from your
Oh,
mom.
wait, what'd you say,
Charismatic,
Wendy?
like,
wait, hold on, I gotta switch my role.
Dude,
Nobody
Charismatic
cares.
like
Nobody
you're
wants to
not
hear a
cool.
debate. Shut up.
I don't know.
This
You
is
call
gonna be
me
hilarious.
So we're pretty much gonna debate why Black Lives Matter sucks.
Black Lives Splatter.
Why are two
Oh my
twinks
gosh.
trying to dominate that?
Dude, I want to fight one D.
How am I a
Are you down?
We have no mod powers in here, so they're trying to
One
like.
D, are you down to fight?
JD, I'm gonna tell you all about my kinks, okay?
Dude.
Say that for DMs or something.
Dude,
One D, stop being a twink, bro.
No, JD needs to know, dude. Just bench
Shut
him
up.
out.
JD called you a
Dude,
twink,
you're
bro.
fucking queer.
JD called you a twink.
It's funny how easily you can piss people off.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
really, truly.
Yeah,
but
look,
it's
look,
not. It's
watch,
not
watch,
like.
watch.
It's not funny.
Niggers.
That's why it's
Oh,
funny
no.
Dude, you
because
can't be
it's
saying
not
that
funny.
one
You're
day
so
and get
cool.
kicked out
You're
of
so
here, man.
I know, dude. I'm already gonna get banned. These atheists want to get me banned, so why not?
Alright,
They're
one
not
D,
gonna
let's
get you.
one D.
Listen, the only thing that
One
they
D,
can
go to
get you banned
99.
for is like saying that. That's it. Like you can
All right,
do
dude,
whatever
but
else you want.
they said they're gonna get me banned because sometimes I literally just joined like the atheist
Dude,
channels.
they were trying to ban me
I-
because of my
listen,
underwear.
I joined the atheist channels, and this is what I do. I'm just like, and then I leave right away. I leave right away, so they can't mute me, and then I come back like a little while later and do it. And they get so mad, like.
They can't.
Dude, I
blame
was
you
doing
for that, dude.
squats. I was doing
Wait,
squats,
wait,
and a
wait,
Jew got
where's
mad
an
at me.
atheist? Is there an atheist?
Who got mad?
Eisenhower. Eisenhower.
Oh, he's the
Eisenhower's
cuck,
like
dude.
a
Don't worry
Jew
about
loving
Eisenhower.
who calls
Wait, did I
everybody
ever hear
conspiracy
you?
theorist.
He's
Oh,
just
Mexican.
IO cuck, dude.
Did I ever
Just tell,
hear you
just
say
tell
that
him you're,
you got Shasta
just tell him you're a
banned?
Jew, dude. He'll start worshiping you.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
Shasta banned. Shasta was my friend.
Why? That's
Because
my
Shasta was
Negro.
like a Nazi, apparently.
Well,
How
He
is
was a
he
Jew,
Nazi?
dude.
Wait, he got banned? He got
Well,
banned?
yeah.
Why did
what?
he get banned? Why did Shasta get banned? He was
Well,
my friend.
okay, so I ran him out of the server like 8 times, and then the
Yo,
last
guys.
time
He's
he was like, "That's
paranoid.
it. I'm taking down
why.
the server. I'm
Yo,
just gonna
guys.
record people and
Oh,
report the server."
dude, oh
And
my
he got
gosh,
banned
you know
for that.
what? I'm actually permanently locked out of Rebel Base and Stanford now. I can never
Base?
join there. They permanently locked
Because
me
you're
out.
underage.
That's
Those
how
are
you know
intellectual
you've done
areas.
something.
Yeah, I genuinely can't join any of
Something.
their channels.
It's
They
because you're a
message block
certified
out.
troll, that's why.
Yeah.
Hey, you notice how that like spooky bitch don't come in here no more?
Wait, you can't join those
What?
channels either?
Why?
Spooky's kind of annoying. She
Because
asks
she
me dumb
promotes
questions.
like child
I don't think
sexualization.
she's
I
kind of
fucking
annoying. I think
railed on
she's
that bitch.
extremely.
She's
Dude,
a
I
lesbian.
was-
dude.
Oh, here we go.
That'd be
JD
good.
thinks
I
she's
was
smart.
sitting
JD
outside
thinks
my
she's smart.
church and I
No,
was talking.
listen, I like
and I was
women,
talking.
just not that one.
Shut up.
Dude.
Shut up.
I'm a
shut up,
retard
shut
and
up.
I can tell, but I can tell when people are smart or not, okay? And
1D.
Spooky is a
1D.
retard, dude.
1D, listen to me.
Spooky is one of those girls that kind of
1D.
sounds a little smart, but what she's
1D.
saying is just a bunch of retarded.
1D.
Women sound smart, dude. Like, calm
1D,
down.
what is
What
your
the fuck
favorite
are
milk?
these memes? They're
I don't think
horrible.
she's ever
What is
sounded
your
smart.
favorite
I
quality
think
of
that
the
can
memes?
form a
What is your favorite
sentence.
milk?
Yeah, she's
What
a
is your
complete
favorite milk?
On the
dipshit.
What is
smarter
your
meme.
favorite milk?
Dick, hot dick.
What is your favorite milk? What is your favorite milk?
Whole.
Wendy's drinking that
Strawberry.
chocolate milk.
I
dude.
drink that chocolate Oberweis milk.
Dude,
Look,
you were drinking soy.
chalky
You were
hey,
drinking
hey,
fake
hey, hey!
soy milk.
This room's autism is about at a 9. Let's bring it down to 5.5. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah,
Coconut
actually,
milk is pretty
you
good.
want to know something? At least one of us probably has autism.
So,
No lives were
pause it.
lost.
I'll check this out.
Well, there's probably not going to be a Winter Olympics next 10 years or so.
Funny.
There won't be enough snow, and a lot of them don't want to ski on fake snow because this fake snow is mostly ice, and it's way worse to do stuff in.
Yeah, it says it's a myth.
It's not a myth. It's only a myth if you believe it's a myth. Now you have a tropical paradise in the middle of a winter event. Huh. And everybody's talking about, wow, it's so warm in Jamaica year round. Why are these people here?
Yeah, why'd you move away from there, Trini?
One, I never lived in Jamaica. I am not Jamaican.
Okay.
That's the first part. The second part, I was exported. I didn't move.
I worked with a Jamaican guy, and he said it was great because you didn't have to work if you didn't want to. You could just eat off the trees and stuff.
That is true. Yep.
Oh,
Hey,
he
P.
must,
Mars,
Look
must
at me
be
now.
really old.
can you be both a member of the Christian faith and a member of Patriot Front?
I don't know what Patriot Front is.
Yeah, you do.
P. Mars doesn't know about
No, I
anything
don't.
that contradicts with his worldview. He just doesn't know about it. He had objects do the same thing. Ignorance is their shield. Like, it's, hey, you ever heard about this? No, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, but blah, 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 blah. This obscure book. Yes, why it takes some time to read it? Oh, no. Yeah, I'll get to it one of these days. 10 days later, you ask him the same question. I don't know. I've never heard about that before. That can't be true.
You're making me feel bad because I'm ignorant of the God concept. So
Ooh.
that's what I use as my shield.
Oh, well. At least you admit it. They don't. They don't.
God's the best. What's up, Bart?
Being ignorant of the God concept cuts Darth really short. Gets mad at you almost immediately. Starts calling you names.
That's what God would do.
Right.
Bible said God, like, it's gonna sound foolish to people, so.
That's what con men say when they're trying to get you to believe in something foolish. This is gonna sound weird, but just listen to me.
And then somebody said, dude, this sounds weird. You see? See what I told you?
See, that's prophecy.
So it's all good. It's all good. Do you need a mind to love? Blood is in your heart. But do you need a mind to love? Can an entity without a mind love? Yes, T Jump was right.
Reality has a material bias. I don't believe in the concept of a material bias. Reality is material. Such as good one.
What is time? Okay. So how do you know it's immaterial? See? Can you? Or can't you? Can it be? Okay. Can it be measured? Oh, okay. So how do you measure something that's immaterial? You're changing the topic. You're changing the subject, sorry. They say immaterial is things that you can't measure. She can measure time. Okay, okay, but that's the way with time. You can say you can measure time. So I'm trying to understand how you're measuring. And this is a serious question. Oh, okay. That's not what she said. Probably you do, but some
Those
of us
are
don't.
aren't inches a description of something material?
It's an abstraction. There's a difference between time and seconds, time and hours. That's the distinction you have to draw.
You know, you know what the interesting thing about these type philosophical conversations is they stay away from the existence of God,
True.
which is their purpose, to drag you into a philosophical debate because they can't prove that their God exists.
Well, they could prove the necessity for God to exist. So somebody could do that. And it would be like local. Like someone could say that I need God to exist for X, Y, and Z. And for them, that is real. And they could give you like a case study that's personal and say, hey, I need God to exist for this reason or that reason. And I think that's the state of the discourse these days. A personal experience that can't be replicated.
If God is love, but you just want to reduce love to like fucking brainwave patterns or chemicals, like you're never gonna understand God, obviously.
But I thought God had a mind. You guys keep telling me that God is an immaterial mind. Then when somebody say love is a mental state, you're like, no, it's not. Which one is it? That should not be a problem if God is an immaterial mind.
What's the
Can you stream?
ratio of Jews to blacks you've killed?
True.
Yeah, first you have to
ratio
go
of
on camera.
Jews to blacks.
So,
First, you have to go on camera to be
Yeah, first you have to
verified as
bring
a
the camera.
politics legend on
Be
the
a darn
server. You
legend.
must give everybody on here your social
Nitro.
security number, at least the last 4 digits, so we can verify the
And you must
humanity
put
and the
on your
integrity of
camera
the
and show
individual
your
being promoted on
butthole.
this
That makes
very
sense.
important server.
My last
Yeah.
post is 1713. Look him up.
are you subscribed to PewDiePie?
That's the he said hello.
You can ask a retard. His name is George, and pretty much you can ask him.
Anyone
And
else?
he'll know how to
Anyone
help
else?
you.
Can anyone? Wait, no, can somebody actually answer my question? How the fuck? Look, somebody with more than half a fucking brain cell can answer my question, please? No, that's a troll.